All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and today we're live streaming once again, and I'm going to do some drawing. And my good buddy Avery's here. You're going to work on some color, and you're just going to hang out with me.
Maybe.
Okay. Either way.
I already am.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I already am.
So what do you think about some of this craziness going on in the comic book world today?
I don't care anymore about these idiots. I don't buy their books. I'm never going to buy their books again.
Well, that's fine.
So, and I would urge anyone else listening to not buy their books too.
I don't support that. If you want to buy their books, go ahead. Just,
I'm not going to make anyone stop. I wouldn't even try.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to focus on me, and I'm going to draw. Actually, I'm not sure what I'm going to draw this evening. I probably should draw something, I don't know, hero-related, but, yeah, I don't know.
I can't understand what would possess someone to just rail on consumers.
Yeah.
It's not... I don't know. I would like to make a living doing this. and just railing on people. Just it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
it looks bad.
All right, hold on a second. I'm setting the camera focus so that it doesn't auto change. It stays. And that's saved, and okay, and we're good to go. All right. I'm not sure what I'm drawing this evening, but I'm drawing. Actually, there is something I need to work on. But you know what? I think I'm going to go in a different direction tonight. I'm in the mood to draw something different. And...
yeah, I saw that stuff where layman's just railing on Nasser.
Yeah.
It's like, well, definitely got to make sure I have all image books off my pull.
Well, I was going to do a video in which I just went over all the stuff he said. And then I thought, that's exactly what everybody else has already done, so I'm not going to do that. But I had plans to make a video at one point where I talked about if you're new to the comics field, you're an independent guy, just starting out, that there's some people you should avoid. I think he is the prime example of that. I think he's the epitome of the toxic, disgusting, hateful, mean. He's the prime example of somebody you should avoid. Yeah, but you don't make videos, so it doesn't really matter. Planning on live streaming this weekend?
No.
No? Okay. It's too bad. Oh, may not be able to do anything on Sunday. We might have a family thing happening. I was supposed to get confirmation this evening on it. Plus, Mike's working. Mike's actually working Sunday morning, which he hasn't done in forever. So, we might have to skip lunch. I know we haven't done that in a while, but I'll let you know for sure tomorrow. Okay.
I don't care.
I know hanging out with me is like the highlight of your weekend, right?
Uh,
Ugh. Ugh.
I was in a good mood, and you had to ruin it.
By telling you I can't do lunch on Sunday? Man,
Oh, by being annoying.
how am I annoying? What did I do? Just ask you about what's going on and
Being negative to me about it.
not being negative to you.
Oh, God. Do you have this texture?
What?
Hold on. Let me share. Because it's. All right. Do you have this texture from this page? 129. Where I can see where you pieced it together, and it's got all this stuff here where you didn't delete things you erased in Photoshop, and
I have no idea. I probably do somewhere.
because it.
Because it what?
Well, look at it.
It looks like I half-assed put it together.
Yeah.
Well, I can look and see. What page again was that?
129. I had to flatten it to color it, but I didn't see all that. I didn't notice all that when I started.
Hmm. Looks like I just did a crappy job with the laying the background on, or laying the foreground on top of the background. Yeah, that seems like something I
I'll
would have done.
I'll leave it. I mean,
I don't know if it makes that big of a deal. Nobody's going to nitpick that little corner, except when you go and you find more of it, you know, which you probably will. Did you go to any comic book stores this week?
no point.
No? Okay.
No point, man.
There wasn't any new Alterna stuff or anything that you wanted?
I only buy a couple of books,
Okay.
so I only go every couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
There's no point in going to pick up a couple of $1.50 books a
No, I
month
gotcha.
every week. It's
Well, I
not.
guess as long as he orders them for you, you know, you got them on hold and whatnot.
Yeah. Couple alternative books, rags.
Oh, they didn't have rags at Coliseum. I actually looked for it just in case.
A lot of people aren't going to have that, man.
Well, they order pretty much everything, but they may have sold out of it too, so that's even better.
Gotham doesn't, I don't think, really carry the alternative stuff at all, really. They
Yeah,
have,
I don't think I've noticed any alternative stuff at Coliseum either. So
yeah. That's who I'm buying.
yeah,
I got to go through. what they have coming out. Actually, I may start just buying it directly from them off their Etsy.
Oh, okay.
Just I'm gonna look in, I'm gonna look at it and see, and I might just start doing that. Just cancel my pull completely.
I got an idea for something that's not hero related, but I don't know if I've got time or energy to do anything with it. Probably not of either. I'm thinking about doing the Inktober challenge. It's a thing that they do in October.
Oh,
Where
really?
they put out a they put out an official list of like themed items, and you can pretty much you can do whatever you want, you know. But the idea is to do a drawing a day in October, and I'm thinking I may try it, but I may make it hero related. I don't know if the official theme list is out there yet. It might already be. I know Chris Somney did it last year with Batman. It was pretty cool. He had all the Batman images that he did on his Instagram. It was pretty cool to watch him do it too. But I'm gonna look into it. Maybe make that a daily video challenge. But that might be hard to do, especially if I'm in New York for what was it, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So we'll see. You interested in doing something like that or no?
No, I think it's dumb.
Okay.
I know exactly what it is. I just don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
No interest at all. I know what it is. I'm just sitting, the whole time you were explaining it, I'm just sitting here shaking my head going, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking to the whoever's listening out there right now, not just you. No, but I think it's a it's a video making a reason to make a video, you know, type of thing.
Yeah, I'm not interested in it.
Okay. That's fine.
What I am interested in is getting done with this.
Well, you know, if you did color a page per day in October, you'd be done by the end of October.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do a page a day on October because I have other stuff to do.
Mm. Okay, well, just saying, it's something you could try.
Yeah, I do want to get done with this.
Well, when you get done with that, we move into the next stage. Well, actually, I'll already have started on the next stage by the time you're done with it. But hopefully, by the time you're done, I'll have found a printer, or at least one that willing to get some proofs from and whatnot, and ready to move into the next stage. Dirty, dirty, dirty man, dirty man, dirty man. Dirty, dirty, dirty man. I got an idea for a thing, but like I said, it probably won't ever happen. But that's what happens when you have too many things on your mind. I hate to say it, I really miss not working. I actually could get crap done when I didn't work and didn't have a job. Oh well. Ugh. She got anything going on next week? Any plans? Any movies?
No.
I think there's something coming out next week that I want to go see. I got to double check with Mike, see what's going on, but there's something coming out that I want to see. Then again, he might not know either. He has a tendency not to pay attention. Drip, 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 drip. Sorry, I'm not so talkative this evening.
You talk plenty.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry. You talk plenty.
So, I went to Best Buy this evening, and my goal was to pick up the latest Steelbook case, which was Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not like the Steelbook case. I mean, all it is it's a silver cover with one of the dinosaurs on the front and one of the dinosaurs on the back, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing to it. And it just, I don't know. I want something better. So I'm willing to hold off on it. Plus, it was $29.95, which isn't a bad price, but I had $15 in Best Buy rewards, so I could get it for $15. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, this is going to give me 2 hours of entertainment for a movie I've already seen for a Steelbook case I'm really not thrilled with. So I instead spent it on something else. I bought the third season of Better Call Saul, which I haven't seen any of yet. It was on sale for $19.99, so I got it for $5. Blu-ray with a digital copy. So, and that's 10 episodes. That's at least 10 hours worth of viewing. And most likely because it's on sale means it'll be on Netflix like tomorrow. But
Yeah. If they still have the deal, yeah.
yeah, but
It's about time for that season. Yeah, it's about
season 4 just started, so
yeah. So yeah, it's time.
yeah.
Usually about the time the new season something starts or is about to start is when they add. I don't know when they add it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've even seen them all.
Well, I saw the first season on my when we had my mom's HBO Go account. So I saw the first season on HBO Go, and then I bought the second season like at a Black Friday sale for like real cheap, and I really liked it, and just never followed up through with it. So let's see here. Save that video. Now, for anybody out there wondering what the heck this drawing is, oh, how did I focus on you? For anybody out there wondering what the heck this drawing is, I don't actually know just yet. It's part of an idea, and it's something just to throw into on paper and go back to it at a later time. But, oh well. Oh, let's see here. File. Oh, man, I'm tired. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I get to sleep in the morning. I may actually do some yard work tomorrow morning. Go out in the backyard and mow the lawn, and weed whack, and all that good stuff. Stuff I have been putting off for forever. Let's see here. I'll unhighlight me in case you chime in. Let's see. What do I want to draw next?
The way some of these people are acting really is pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, at first I was like, oh man, canceled all that stuff on my poll. Like, man, I'm really gonna miss out on some books. I really like some of these artists' work, and then I keep as their behavior escalates, I'm more and more comfortable with it. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? Cool. I hope you lose. I hope you just lost another 1,000 readers to your publisher.
No.
Because eventually it's really gonna start to hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt bad.
Well, I haven't been a big Mike Deodato fan in a long time. I mean, his art, I like it, but I don't go out and buy it just because he's doing a book. And he's been working on that new Infinity War comic, and every time I pick it up, it's so dark. It's so, ugh. And now with the way he's gone after Comicsgate creators, stores that
Stores.
that's
what the store. Stores carry what their customers order. What are you going to do if a couple of his whales stop buying a lot of Marvel books? Because every store has a couple of guys that spend $100, $200 a week, maybe more than one. And these are the guys that keep the lights on. These are the guys that pay them, that cover the mortgage. I mean, the rent on the place.
Yeah, I'm betting that a lot of those people don't even pay attention to Twitter or any of that stuff.
Oh, there's a lot of those guys in Comicsgate, dude.
Well,
there's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot more that don't have a clue what's going on. You know.
The thing is, though, it's maybe 100,000 people buying comics. It ain't 100,000 whales. It's 20,000 whales, maybe. These guys that do that spend heavy.
Yeah.
That buy huge stacks of whatever the new thing is.
Well, I've got to find out who all from Comicsgate, creator-wise, is going to New York, because that may be an opportunity to get some one-on-one FaceTime, bring copies of the book and show it to them. I know Ethan said he's been, piddling around with the idea, but I don't think he's going to go.
No, it's not safe for him to go.
I think Antonio is going, and I know Zach was talking about maybe going for a short amount of time, but I'm not sure. Did Mike S. Miller say he was going?
I don't know.
I'm gonna reach out to some of them and find out, because if I'm gonna show anybody the book, it'll be those guys. You know, people in the.
Show them the black and white.
Yep. 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 So I think Mike S. Miller said he was going. I think Doug said he was going too. So, but I'm not 100% sure. I know they mentioned it during one of this live stream recently that somebody mentioned New York, and a couple of people said, "Yeah, I'm going," but that doesn't necessarily mean they have a table or anything, you know. As a matter of fact, after this drawing, maybe we'll go through the list of who's going to be there.
Not me.
Well, yeah, I knew that. But I'm going. I'm going as a fan. I'm going to have a great time. Why? Because I have friends up there that I can't wait to see that I haven't seen since last year. And
yeah, I don't have any friends up there.
Yeah, I know. But I do. So, and let me do this. This is.
What am I gonna do here? I might fade that. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to handle this because it's just open and incomplete.
Which part? The part at the bottom?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thinking about making it a gradient. Make it fade out the characters. I think over these pages, I'm going to go back over them. Go back to the other ones where it's night and just do a little bit of that to it.
Okay.
look how simple those colors actually are.
Well, you trying to tell me you're overpaid?
No, I'm way underpaid.
Yeah, I know. But I'm like a super cool boss. I never harp on you or anything. I am a super cool boss. If there are going to be any meetups or anything like that, I'm sure Todd will be in the loop on all that. So I'll have to trust him when it comes to that.
I'm not going to be in the loop on anything.
Well, he reaches out and talks to all these guys on a regular basis, so. Oops.
Hey, Avid, what's up? Trespasser by Alterna. It was good? Okay. I'll need to look that one up.
Yeah, I started reading that that doppelganger one that he gave me when we saw him. It was interesting. For some reason, I thought it was a political book when I first looked at it, but it's kind of more horror than anything else. So it was definitely interesting. Yeah. Looks like she's pointing a finger.
When who met what?
What?
When you met who?
Avid.
Oh, Avid give you Alterna comic?
Yeah. He gave me a copy of issues 1 and 2 of the Doppelganger.
Oh, cool.
Which is an Alterna book.
Yeah, I know. I didn't buy that. I wouldn't. Like, I was just noticing them when I saw that, and I was buying Scrimshaw.
Mm.
That's the book, and they stayed, I believe. The main character's silhouette looks like Trump. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's
kind of
actually that's actually part of why I didn't pick it up, because I was just kind of like, oh, what is this?
yeah, but it has nothing to do with politics. It's
Yeah,
yeah. It gives you that idea, and needless to say, it was bad design on the creators to do that.
maybe not.
No, because it probably turned people off or made people think something that it wasn't.
Who knows?
Well, well, I'm sure Peter Samedi knows whether or not it sold well.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he knows, but yeah, I was sad to see that he's not going to be at New York.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah.
I want to. I want to know who his printer is again, because I forgot. I had it saved in one of my browsers, but I think it was on a different phone.
He says it turned him off until he read it. Yeah, see, that's a bad cover design. If people look at it, think one thing, and it turns them off, and then come to find out that the story is nothing like what you think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the stylistic reason why they did it, but it just looks so much like Trump, you know. It has absolutely nothing to do with politics, Trump in any way. So the story is the guy, he's got like a regular office job, and he comes home, and all of a sudden he runs into a complete doppelganger of himself. And the guy and his other self says, "Hey, listen, I just want to let you know you're dead, and I'm here to take over for you." And the really weird part is he says, "Now we shouldn't be seen together, because if somebody sees us together, they will die." And he's like, "I don't understand what you're talking about." And then some girl goes jogging past, and he waves at her, and all of a sudden she just disappears, like turns to ash. And it's like, "Oh my God." Says, "Yeah, so he says, "You need to get out of here, because you got like 3 days to live or something." He says, "I'm taking over your life, so get out of here." It's like, what the hell? Just a very twisted way of, I mean, there's probably some other, not otherworldly, but there's probably it's probably a morality tale or something like that, but it's very twisted. It's like, oh my gosh, what would you do if this happened to you, type of thing, But I think it's a limited series, if I remember correctly, because he gave me the first 2 issues, and I haven't popped open the second one yet. I was reading the first one just the other day. So, all right. This is a really, really crappy rough sketch, but it'll work. All right. Stop that. Let me save this video real quick. File, save. The last 2 sketches I did, they may end up, I may add an extra page to chapter 16, because I wanted to, there's a dialogue that takes place, and I may need more panels. I thought I originally could do it in one page, but I think I need an extra page. So this, and where's the other one? Did I scan it in already? Yeah, this one of just them walking and talking. I forgot the ring here.
Oh, crap.
This will actually be 1, 2, and 3. Oh, crap, what?
Nothing.
You didn't have an accident, did you?
No.
All right.
Just catching myself forgetting something is all.
Oh, all right. All right, well, I'm going to screen share for a minute and take a look at who's going to be at the New York Comic Con. How do you spell New York? New York.
It's probably just a bunch of people that think you're an alt-right Nazi.
I don't care. Stop listening to you. I want to see who's going. There might be somebody cool to check out. Let's see here.
Alt-right Nazi.
Yes. You know, I'm not going into it that way. I'm going into it as I'm looking forward to meeting some new people. And let's see. Let me shift this up a little bit so that I can actually see whatever's being chatted. What happened to my... Oh. No. No. Don't need that. Oh. Let me separate this. That's why. Aaron Lepriesti. I like him. Be cool to check him out.
I have no idea who that is.
Aaron Lepriesti? Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up the chat. I'm gonna have the chat playing in the side, so
Oh, you're breaking
see
up.
it.
I couldn't hear you.
That's all right. I'm not talking to you anyway. All right, we got Aaron Campbell, Aaron Cooter, Aaron Lepriesti.
I wasn't messing with you. I was legit. You went robotic.
Oh, all right. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah. But you were talking and you went.
Oh, it's probably because I got so many other things going on. I'm opening up extra windows. So, Adam Kubert, cool. Let's see. Al Ewing will be there. He doesn't like me. He's blocked me on social media. Alex Ross, really? Oh, Alex Ross is going to be there, but he's only going to be in panels. So, Alex Maleev, Alex DeCampi, Alex Saviak. Oh, that's cool. Is he going to be there? Yeah, all days. He's somebody I want to check out. Alex Sinclair. Amanda Connor, she's always there. Amy Chu, Amy Benson, Meberson. Don't know who that person is, but she works on Disney Princess Comics. That's cool. Amy Reeder. Let's see. Andrew Robinson. Andrew Robinson's pretty awesome. Andy Price is good. Art Adams will be there. Art Balbazar, awesome. Babs Tarr. Let's see. Ben Templesmith will be there. Ben Caldwell, of course. I love checking out Ben Caldwell's stuff. Bengal will be there. Oh, cool. I might have to bring some of my issues, have him sign them. Say, here, sign it and sign it to Comicsgate. Billy Tucci will be there. That's cool. Bob McLeod.
Poor Billy Tucci.
Brent Blevins, cool. Ooh, Brian Azzarello, Mr. Draw Batman Naked writer. Corey Nord, cool. Brian Michael Bendis, don't really care. Charles Soule, Chris Claremont. Oh, wow, Chris Claremont. Wonder what his line will be like. Chip Kidd, cool.
I would get some stuff signed by Claremont.
Yeah. If you could, you know.
Yeah.
Probably has a pretty long life. Christopher Priest, awesome. Christopher Jones, cool. I've seen him work before. He's pretty cool. Clayman, Clayton Henry. Let's see. Cully Hamner, who I think hates us too, but that's all right. Dan Pinogia hates us, but that's all right. Let's see. Daniel Warren Johnson, cool. Dave Dorman, Dave Gibbons, and Dave Johnson. Ah,
Dave Dorman doesn't hate us.
no, I don't think so. Not if he's going to do the cover for
Space
Trump
Force.
Space Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Finch and Dave Mack. Let's see. David Peterson, cool. Duncan Shelby, Dennis Hopeless. Just going through names I recognize. Donnie Cates, Duncan Rouleau, cool. Ed Benez, Ed Brisson, Ed McGinnis, Eddie Barrows, Edgar Delgado. I'm not sure who that is.
I don't know. Like Spotto the guy?
I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Emanuela Lupacino. Okay. Let's see. Eric Larson. Yeah. Oh, you should see his picture. This is horrible. Fabian Nicesian. Let's see. Francisco Herrera. Cool. Frank Cho. Oh, Frank Cho's going to be there. Ah. Let's see. Oh, he'll be in Artist Alley too. Frank Miller, also in Artist Alley, Saturday and Sunday. Fred Van Linty, Fabio Moon, Gabriel Ba. Cool. Jeff Darrow. I met Jeff Darrow once. He's really cool.
Yeah, I would get something signed by Frank Miller. I would get like especially if I had one of those hard copies of Legend of Dark Knight Returns,
Mm-hmm.
or a hard copy of the original Sin City. My Sin City is a trade paperback and it's pretty beat up.
Yeah. Greg Capullo, Greg Pack, Greg Horn, Greg Hildebrandt. That's cool. Let's see. Greg Toshini, Humberto Ramos. Oh man, I watched him do a sketch one time. He's like charging like $800 for like a single character, but it was pretty awesome. Jay Lee. Oh, that's cool. James Silvani. I love his stuff. I have an original hero drawing by him. It's pretty awesome. Jason Aaron. Oh, Jason Fabok is going to be there. Cool. Jason Sean Alexander. Isn't that the guy you like that does Spawn? No.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've unfollowed him.
Oh, okay. Jeff DeCall. Let's see.
I'm unfollowing tons of mainstream people.
Jeremy Hahn, Jerome Opena, Jill Thompson, Jimmy Chung, Jim Lee, Jim Mahfood, Jock, Jimmy Palmiotti, Jim Zub. There's a lot of J's in here. Jody Hauser, Joe Bennett, Joe Casey, Joe Jusko, Joe Harris, Joe Prado, Joe Quinos. There's a lot of Joes in the comic industry I see here. Joe Stanton, John Leguizamo? Really? He's going to be in Artist Alley? Really? Saturday and Sunday.
Really?
Well, he's listed as under the comic guests, and he's listed. His credits include Super Mario Brothers, Spawn, and Ice Age. Those are all movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. John McCrae, John Boy Myers. Dude, that guy's huge. Jorge Molina, very cool. Joshua Williamson. Let's see. Jolie Jones is going to be there. Very cool. Katie Cook, she's always awesome. Never can get to see her. She's always got a line around the dang thing, you know. Ken Lashley, Kevin McGuire, Kim Jung Ji, Carrie Randolph, Klaus Jansen. Kwanzaa's going to be there. All right, I'm going to have to go say hi to Kwanzaa.
Don't.
Larry Hanna. You don't know me, please. Ooh, Leonardo Fernandez. Oh, he's awesome. I love his stuff. Yeah, let's see. Mahmoud Asarad. Very cool. I recognize some of these names. But, Mark Bagley, Mark Brooks, Mark Morales. Okay. Mark Texier. I already have an original by him, so I'm okay. I got him taken care of. Matteo Scalera. Very cool. Let's see. Michael Golden. Oh, God. To have an original Michael Golden would be so awesome.
Yeah, I wish I had one. So I guess.
Mike Mayhew, Mike Perkins. Let's see. Mitch Gerads, Nathan Fox, Nick Darrington, cool. Nick Spencer, cool. Oliver Coipel, cool. Patrick Gleason, oh, God, I love Patrick Gleason stuff.
You just said
Paul Pope, Pepe La Raza, he's awesome. Peter David will be there. Oh. Pop Man. Let's see who else we got here. Riley Brown, he's cool. Robert Kirkman, but he's only doing panels. He's not going to be an artist alley. Ron Garney, very cool. Ryan Otley, Sanford Green. I don't know why I mentioned him, but no, well. Sarah Pichelli, cool. Ooh, Scott Snyder. Have to go up and get a book signed by him. Scott Williams. Sean Gordon Murphy. Hey, I wonder if I went to the show and I had a Comicsgate shirt, would they kick me out? They might.
I think you might get attacked.
Steve
Mike, I think you might get physically assaulted in New York at New York Comic Con.
Hey,
Yeah.
I went to a Pittsburgh show wearing a Jaguar shirt, and I actually made a friend.
This is a whole nother thing.
Terry Dotson, Terry Moore, Tim Sale. Very cool. Todd Knock. Todd McFarlane. Oh, he's on panels. He's not going to be an artist alley. Tom King. Tom Lyle. Very cool. Trad Moore. Let's see. I don't even know who this is. Vanessa Del Rey. Will Sportasio. Cool. Oh, Walter Simon, Louise Simon canceled. And so did John Paul Leon. Damn, man. Walter Simon's awesome.
Simonson?
Yeah. He and Wheezy were there last year, and no, it wasn't last year. It was the year before, where Walter got up to go walk around and look at stuff, and there was another artist came and sat next to her and was just chatting with her, and it was Rick Leonardi. He was there to do some panels, and that was it. He didn't have any. We wasn't set up at any booths or anything. And as soon as I saw him, I ran to go get Todd. I said, Todd, Rick Leonardi's at Walter Simonson's table. And we went over and introduced ourselves. And we told him the story about how he was the first professional artist that ever reviewed our work. And he said, did I say nice things? I said, oh, yeah, you did. And it was a funny story. Maybe I'll tell that story some other time. I'll have to find the original that I have.
You just did.
No, there's more to the story. I didn't tell the whole thing, dummy.
But there's nothing important.
There's a lot more important to it. You don't know the whole story, so what are you talking about?
I was there.
No, you were not. You were there when we first met him, but you weren't there when Todd and I saw him 20 years later.
Oh, 20 years later.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about... Oh, he's the first professional you showed your work to?
Yeah. Back in the day, remember?
Oh, you didn't show him this stuff when we were kids?
Yes! That's what I was saying. You, me, and Todd showed him our stuff when we were at that hotel convention.
That's the whole story.
That's not the whole story, you punk. When we...
the whole story.
Never mind. Everybody out there, I'll tell you the whole story later. I'll make a separate video because there's art that goes along with it and so forth. There's so much more to this story.
Just heard the whole story.
No, they did not just hear the whole story, you punk. There's more to the story.
I'm going to knock the fucking shit out of you.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I can.
Pissant. I'd like you to see you try it. Come on, bring it on, brother. Bring it on. See? Made you shut up, didn't I?
No, dude, don't come near me ever again. I'm finishing this book. Don't ever come near me.
Oh, whatever. I wonder if they have links to people's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram on here. Yeah, I think Avid's in your corner. He dropped. Ah, well, all right. I'm gonna stop sharing. Oh, whatever. That's funny. Avery decided to go away. That's so sad. I wonder if he'll come back. I wonder if I apologize if he'll come back. No? Hey, cat, move out of the way. Oh, well. All right. Well, you know what? We should talk football or something since he's not here. All right. Tell the rest of the story. You know what? Let me see if I can find that page of art. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Just wait 1 second. Oh, sorry, buddy. Not only did I find it, I knew exactly where it was. All right, so here's the story. I'll tell you the beginning of the story, and then the 20-year later thing. Okay, so back when I was right out of high school, I worked at a comic book store called Final Frontier, and the guy that owned the store. Actually, you know what? I may make a video of this real quick. I may make this into a video. That way I can tell you guys the whole story. All right. All right. So, right out of high school, I worked at a comic book store. And it was called Final Frontier. It was a local Jacksonville store. And the guy that ran it was trying to do like a mini convention thing. And he knew Mark Beecham, who was an artist that worked on Vampirella and Sam Marie for Continuity Comics. And he reached out to him and said, hey, any chance I can get you to come down and make an appearance at the store? And we're going to do a little hotel show. And Mark Beecham said, sure. He says, well, who are you working with now? You can bring along? And at the time, it was Mark Beecham, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Rick Leonardi. I think Jimmy Palmiotti was inking Rick Leonardi on Spider-Man 2099, and Mark Beecham was doing something for Marvel at the time. I think he was doing Hellstorm. That's what it was. So what the comic store owner did, he says, hey, let's do this. Let's do a special event. What we'll do is we'll have the 3 artists come into the store, and we'll set it up. We'll make it like invitation only. We'll get just a limited number of people to come in and let them do like a meet and greet with the artists, and maybe have everybody get a chance to commission a sketch. And so me, Todd, and Avery went. Do not read aloud. Keep the mic out of your mouth when you lean forward. Okay, sorry about that. Thanks, Avid. I appreciate you chiming in. So, so we went and we kind of ignored Mark Beecham, and we kind of ignored Jimmy Palmiotti because we were just totally infatuated with Rick Leonardi. At that time, he had done Cloak and Dagger. He had done some X-Men work. I mean, he was fantastic. He'd done the run on Marvel Comics Presents where he did the Colossus story, which was gorgeous. And he was currently working on Spider-Man 2099. And we sat around and we were talking to him the entire night. We just hung around him. And other people came over and got their commissions, and as he was penciling, and then whoever was getting the commission would then leave, and we were still standing there talking to him. So it was me, Todd, and Avery. And one of the big things that was happening, and I know I know what year this was. It was 1993. It was early in 93, because at the time, my girlfriend at the time, who later became my wife, was pregnant with my son Michael. And the guys, their big thing was, he's his girlfriend pregnant, so they're ribbing me and rubbing me and whatnot, and it was just good old fashioned fun, no big deal. Well, at one point, Rick Leonardi turned to me and he said, "Are you going to make an honest woman out of her?" And my response was, "Of course, yes." I had no clue what that meant. I'd never really heard the expression before, and I didn't know what it meant. And I said, "Yeah, of course." It was much later. My mother explained, "Are you going to marry the girl?" At which I ended up being married to her, and we've been married going on 25 years now. But Todd, and Avery had been thinking, what were we going to ask him to do for our commission? And we were like, well, you could ask him to do Spider-Man, or you could ask him to do Batman, or you could ask him, how about we ask him to do something special, do an original character of ours. So Avery had him do one of his characters. The sketch was fantastic. Todd had him do one of his characters. The sketch was incredible. Then I asked him to do my character, and it was a character I had just pulled out of my butt, like the day before. So I really didn't have her defined at all. But this is the sketch. And it may be hard to see, but this is my original Rick Leonardi sketch. The character's name was Gold, and she was supposed to be a Viking warrior princess. And he actually wrote Gold down here. And when I edit the video, I'll show it so you can see it better. But Rick Leonardi, Jacksonville, 93. Yep, 93, absolutely. So, and what's cool about it is, we thought was pretty cool, is he was using shadow line paper. This is Image Comics paper. Now, if you remember, Image Comics was just, starting in 92, 93. So this was actual original Image paper that we got him to do sketches on. It's very cool. And he did a full body sketch of my character, which I showed him a picture of her, and I had only had like a torso up of her. So he starts drawing the body, and he starts drawing the legs. He gets down to her feet, and he says, "Well, what is she wearing?" And I said, like some type of sandals or something. And he goes, "Oh no, it's got to have like fur coming out of it, because she's a Viking, it's cold up there. Her whole body's a bikini type of thing." But so he drew the muckluck type of boots on it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." And you want to hear the real sad part of this story? I have never drawn this character since then, and have never done anything with her. She did have a backstory. I had a whole idea of where her name came from and who she was and all the backstory and all, but I never, ever did anything with her. So, all right. So fast forward to New York Comic-Con, not last year, but the year before. I'm there with my son and Todd, and I see him sitting at Walter Simonson's table, and I freak out. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta go tell Todd." And I went and got Todd, and I dragged him over, and I said, "It's Rick Leonardi. This is so cool." And we finally got our chance. We had to wait in line. A couple other people were talking to him and saying hi to him, and we got up to him, and I said, "We just want to shake your hands." And they said, "We want to let you know that," I forgot this part of the story. I jumped forward too quickly. Sorry. So the next day was the comic convention, and we kind of hung out, and because I was working the show, because I worked at the store. And then after the show, as he's on his way out, we pulled him aside and said, "Hey, would you take a look at our stuff?" And he checked out our stuff, and he gave us some really good feedback. Well, jump forward 20 years, meet him in New York, and we said, "Hey, we just wanted to thank you. You were the first professional that ever looked at our stuff and gave us positive feedback." And he said to us, "So what did I tell you?" And we said, "You said that we had our style down pat, but we needed to work on some of the basics, like anatomy and storytelling." He laughed and he goes, "Yeah, that's the kind of shit I would have said." And Todd and I are just busted laughing because we told him, says, "You were very, very kind to us. You actually gave us pointers, and you actually said positive things. You didn't, take a huge dump on us," which some other people probably would have back in those days. But you were very encouraging. And I told him that I had gone on to do my own comic book series, my graphic novel series that I did with my son. And and Todd told him about how he went into animation and so forth. And he was one of the first professionals that actually, encouraged us. And it was really cool to do that. And then I got to introduce him to my son. And I told him, I told him the story about he asked if I was going to make my girlfriend an honest woman. And I said, this is what came of that. So it was kind of funny. But that's the whole story, which I did not tell you all, moments later or previously. So Avery can kiss my butt. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. He wasn't even there at the New York Comic Con. But that's my Rick Leonardi story. I have an original Rick Leonardi sketch. This is of one of my creator-owned characters. And it's gorgeous. It's
oh my God, are you done?
I love it. I decided, Avid told me to tell the whole story, so I did.
Avid, don't encourage him.
That was only 8.5 minutes worth of story. Now I'll edit it out of the video and actually make it into a separate video. But hey, do you still have your Rick Leonardi original?
It doesn't. You can't see it.
Really?
I have it, but you can't see it.
Well, he was very, very light on his pencils, and
yeah, I mean, it's almost gone.
Really? Oh, that sucks.
If it's not completely gone, it's been put up for years, and every time I take it out, it's a little lighter. It's a little more faded.
Yeah.
It won't be long. It's not going to make it. Maybe
Avid just said that story was dope, so it was worth it. I made one person happy.
I was there, so it's not that big a deal.
You weren't there in New York when we met him a second time. That was the part of the story that was even cooler.
I heard the story and I wasn't impressed.
I should tell my Mark Texiera story, but that's for another time.
Which time?
When I met him the second time in New York, and I got him to do me a Batgirl sketch. Okay. That story is actually, I look like a total asshole in it, but it was one of these things where we were standing there and he was really busy talking to a lot of people, but he agreed to do a sketch for me. So I was not leaving that table until he did the sketch, because he kept talking to the people, and I was there for like an hour and a half until he did my sketch. And I have an original Batgirl sketch by him, and I love it. But needless to say, that's another story for another time. But I'm giving myself a little quick headache. Wait a minute, what did he say here? Don't tell that story? Which story?
I got a story about Mark Texiera, but it's secondhand.
No, you can't tell secondhand stories.
It's
actually
it was of another artist making fun of Mark Texiera.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mark Texiera is so. I'm not going to finish the statement.
Well, you remember when Mark Texiera came and to Final Frontier, we were more infatuated with Mark Beecham.
Yeah.
And you guys have the story of going back up to Mark Beecham's hotel room. Yeah. I wasn't there for that. So whatever happened at that I don't. Yeah.
Story.
Yeah. The Mark one. You shared one story. That's all you get. That's right. That's all you get. I'll tell you guys the other Mark Texiera story another time. But
yeah, I'm never telling the Beecham story.
I have to get Todd. Todd will tell it.
Fine.
Yeah,
but we were underage and there was a lot of porn around.
You were underage. There was a lot of porn around, and hey, that's where Lapdog Press came from, if you remember.
Yeah.
It came from that particular story. So that's a really good one. We'll tell that later. All right, guys, listen, I'm wrapping this one up. I appreciate you all hanging out and checking out the live stream. I know it was a lot of my hands just on the table, but screw it, man. Sometimes that's what happens. But thanks for joining, Avid. I appreciate it. You're a prince among men. And Avery, thanks for coming back, you dork. I was still talking, didn't even realize you were gone. I had to look at the stream and say, wait, he's gone.
I gotta sell it.
Yeah, you sold it good. I don't know how long you were gone by the time I realized it.
The whole story. The whole story. I was just like, yeah, well, fine. I forgot what I said.
See, it doesn't ring or anything. Well, I had it covered up by the chat, so I didn't see you leave. Yeah. So, hey, Jerry, how's it going, man? Jerry was in there too. So
Avid knew I left, and he thought it might. I don't know. It may not be as funny as I think.
Yeah, if you go back through the chat, Avid says you're a pussy. So for leaving.
Oh yeah.
No, he doesn't. All right, thanks a lot, everybody.
Oh, yeah, Avid. I'm only going to give you